According to these five pillars that are part of the big spirit of the World Wellness Weekend and so aligned to the social development goals, what is the real impact of the activities in the World Wellness Weekend achieve on the people who attend the different activities? Because you
It
talk
is a
about
very,
yoga, you talk about
yes,
mindfulness as well.
it's a very, very good question. Until now, with 8 editions, the only impact we can see is the how many venues are joining. And we started 8 years ago with 160 venues in only 2 countries. And last September 2024, there were over 9,300 venues in 150 countries. So the impact is that there are more and more professionals joining. They can be owners or managers of hotels, yoga studios, Pilates studios, spas, fitness clubs. They can be freelancers who
Mhm.
just want to join and do something. Sometimes they're only people who say, you know what, there's nothing much happening in my city, although World Wellness Weekend shows on wellmap.org and wellmap.as in Spanish, and we have 18 languages, shows activities, fun and free, in over 2,800 cities, but some cities have nothing. And sometimes we have one person saying, hey, there's nothing happening around here, but I will be in front of the town hall during World Wellness Weekend at 8 a.m. in the morning because I always run on the Sundays. And if you want to go and run with me, then we can run maybe 3 kilometers, maybe 5 kilometers, and maybe we can go for tea or coffee after and we can discuss. So bring your own bottle, bring your running shoes, bring your smile, and let's go. So we know we have an impact in the number of venues, which is really exponential. And I guess we will be discussing about the secret ingredients of such a fast and expansion.
Mhm.
We know also the impact in the media because on year one, we had exactly 53 mentions in the media. Um, I'm kind of a person with a big vision, but I'm also very analytical in how we can measure the impact of what we do. So 53 articles on year one. Last year, over 800 articles. I didn't count exactly because some publications were very, very small, but some publications were extremely big in the reach of audience. Last year, we had over 1,000 mentions in the media, which is TV, radio, print, web, over 1,000 mentions, and the total audience of those publications was 430 million people. It doesn't mean that we were seen by 430 million people. That's the total coverage of those
Mhm.
publications. This year, we had less publications, over 800 around the world. But the total audience of those publications was 3.5 billion people.
Oh.
So now we have bigger publications paying attention.
Mhm.
So many interviews on TV, like Good Morning Botswana. I would love to be, or for the ambassadors in America, to be on Good Morning America. That's the dream for 2025. But we had Good Morning Botswana twice. Lucia Romero, the ambassador, she's
Mhm.
not just an ambassador, she's a WWW. She's a Wonder Woman of Wellness. She is, with her team, the person who took Spain from being one of the, at the time, 130 countries participating to the most active country of 2022 and 2023. 2024 was Italy, just by a little bit, so almost ex aequo, with over 770 venues in Spain and 812 in Italy. But we know we can see the impact, and we know we have measured with some tools um, that we have reached 39 million people. 39 million out of 3.5 billion have seen the message. So that's great. The reason why we launched the app, the web app with Endurance Zone, to encourage people to use their phone, and
Mhm.
whenever they start walking, start, finish. I start doing yoga in the morning, start, finish, and see their steps and hear their minutes, is that when World Wellness Weekend comes, and we will launch it, as I said, next week, so that
Mhm.
it's really, really functional for March. And then between March and September, from one equinox to the other, we will have 6 months, and we will see how many people are tuning in, how many people,
Mhm.
how often they're using it, how many steps have they done. With those steps, we will be able to see if they do 444,000 kilometers to go around the planet, or will they go as far as from the Earth to the moon? I don't know. It's a moonshot project. So we
That's
will
the
be
challenge.
counting. We will be counting the steps, we will be counting the minutes, and we will have some impact because unfortunately, we do not have a lot of feedback from the 9,300 venues saying, this is what they said. But from the photos, and I will close my long answer with that. From the photos and the videos we have received from around the world, from the many wealthies we have received, a victory of the mind and a victory of the body. And when body
Mhm.
and mind are together, those two V's for victory turn into a W for World Wellness Weekend. There may be a lot of people you are seeing on social media doing this. It's not what? It's World Wellness Weekend. And whenever you do this, from the heart to the camera, big smile. And you know what? Whenever we smile, no matter where we come from on this planet, no matter what language we speak or culture we have, we smile in the same language. And that's
Mm.
the power of endorphins, serotonin, and oxytocin, the
It's
pleasure
quite
hormones that
contagious
are
as well.
released by vitality and serenity.
Exactly.